Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the RIMAN Training Series by me, EbiSheila, and an independent women planner. And I'm delighted you've joined me for week 4. If this is your first session, welcome. I would encourage you to watch week 1, 2, and 3 afterwards, as each week builds on the previous one. So far, we've explored why most skincare doesn't work the way we think it should work. The importance of protecting our skin barrier is another thing we talked about. Why ingredients matter far more than marketing. Today we're going to look at something that confuses many people: hydration versus moisture. People often use these words interchangeably. This is what we did last week. They use them interchangeably because they think they're the same. Understanding the difference can completely change the way you care about your skin, and explain why sometimes it might be dry versus being dehydrated. So even if you're applying moisture every day, your skin can still be dry. That's understanding the difference. So let's begin. Hydration versus moisture. So today we're going to answer one simple question: why can skin still feel dry even after moisturizing? So many people spend a lot of money buying richer creams, believing thicker products will solve the problem. But often that's not the issue. The problem is understanding what the skin actually needs. So by the end of today's session, you'll know the difference between hydration and moisture. You recognize the signs of dehydration and dry skin, and understand why balanced routine is so important. So before we move forward, let's quickly remind ourselves what we covered last week. I guess that's here. So last week we talked about why ingredients matter more than marketing. We discovered that attractive packaging doesn't necessarily mean better skin care. What truly matters is the quality of the ingredients and how they support the skin over time. We also discussed how consistency is far more valuable than constantly changing products. These lessons are important because even the highest quality ingredients need the right environment to work effectively. That leads us perfectly to today's topic. So let's begin by understanding the difference between hydration and moisture. So hydration versus moisture, these words are often used interchangeably. They have, but actually they have completely different roles. Hydration refers to water, as we know, and water keeps our skin cells full and plump and flexible and healthy. Moisture refers to oils and lipids. Their job is to form a protective barrier that prevents water from escaping. Think of this way: hydration fills the skin. Moisture, on the other hand, keeps the hydration inside the skin. So one without the other doesn't work particularly well. Healthy skin needs both hydration and moisture. Once we understand hydration, we can recognize the signs of dehydrated skin. So what is dehydrated skin? Dehydrated skin simply means the skin lacks water. It's important to remember that dehydration is not a skin type, it's a condition. That means anyone can experience dehydration. Even people with naturally oily skin can become dehydrated, which I didn't really realize. I used to have very oily skin. Now it's kind of dry, I guess, dehydrated. Most of the common signs include tightness, fine lines appearing suddenly, a dull complexion, makeup sitting badly, skin feeling tight after cleansing. Many people assume they need a richer cream. Often, what the skin actually needs is hydration. So now let's compare that with dry skin because the two are very different. Dry skin. So what is dry skin? Dry skin is a skin type. So unlike dehydrated skin, dry skin naturally produces less oil. And as you get older, that happens. Your skin does produce less oil. That lack of oil often leads to rough texture, flaky persistent dryness, less natural glow. Some people actually have both dry and dehydrated skin. Understanding which one you're experiencing helps you choose products that meet your skin, that meet your skin's real needs, rather than simply just treating the symptoms. So why do many products seem to disappoint? Why do many products seem to do that? So why don't they work? This is one of the biggest frustrations people have about their skincare. They apply rich creams, heavy moisture, face oils, yet their skin still feels dry. Why is this? Because moisture doesn't create hydration. They simply help keep the hydration inside the skin. So if there's no hydration, there's nothing to keep. So if the skin doesn't contain enough water in the first place, there's very little for those moistures to lock in. I often compare it to putting a lid on an empty container. The lid doesn't fill the container, it simply stops what's already inside from escaping. So hydration comes first and then moisturizing comes second. So what does a balanced skincare routine actually look like in reality? So building a balanced routine, healthy skin needs balance. A good routine includes four key elements: hydration, barrier protection, moisture, daily sun protection. Notice that nowhere does it say you need dozens of products. Consistency is much more important than quantity. When we consistently give our skin what it needs, it can function much more effectively. This is one of the reasons Korean skincare has become so respected around the world. So, how Korean skincare approaches hydration. So, rather than relying on one heavy cream, Korean skincare focuses on layering. So, each layer has a purpose. And I'll go through this after this training series, showing you products. The routine generally includes gentle cleansing, lightweight hydration, supporting the skin barrier, moisture to help seal everything instead of overwhelming the skin. Each step works together. This approach supports healthy skin over time rather than looking for a quick fix. As we know, quick fixes don't really work. They work for the short term and long term, they don't solve the problem. So let's finish by reviewing the most important points from today's session. So today's takeaways will be we learned four important things. Hydration means water. Moisture refers to oils that help keep the water inside the skin. Dry skin and dehydrated skin are not the same thing. And finally, healthy skin needs hydration, moisture, and protection all working together. When we understand these principles, we make much better skincare decisions. So, next week, join me and we'll continue building on today's lesson. Week 5 will be the truth about collagen. Is one of the most talked about words in skincare. But what is it really? Next week, we'll explore what collagen actually does, why it naturally declines as we age, what affects collagen production, and what skincare products can and cannot realistically do. I think you'll find it very fascinating because there are many myths surrounding collagen, and will separate fact from fiction. So thank you so much for joining me for week 4 of the RIMAN Training Series. I hope today's session has helped you better understand the important difference between hydration and moisture and why both are essential for healthy skin. If you found this training helpful, I'd love you to continue the journey with me. Please follow me and wherever you listen to me now. Subscribe so you don't miss all the training that I have to offer. And if you know someone who would benefit from this series, feel free to share it with them. If you have any questions or there's any skincare topic you want me to cover in the future, leave me a comment below. I always enjoy hearing from you. So until next week, take care of your skin, be consistent with your routine, and remember that healthy skin begins with understanding what it truly needs. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you